On the phone right now, I have one of our favourites. It's Mr. Frank Turner. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great, thank you. So the last time we spoke was 329 days ago at Portsmouth Guildhall. And since then, you have played 121 gigs, recorded 2 albums, and announced Lost Evenings 2. Do you ever stop just to go buy some milk?
Yes, I certainly do. And actually, despite that all sounds very impressive when you lay it out like that. But despite all of that, in the recent years, me and my touring band and crew have we're sort of slowing down a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Some various people have got kids, not myself, but I do have a cat, which is nearly the same thing. I'm kidding. Although my cat is currently sat on my lap as I do this interview. But no, we've decided, we're all kind of in sort of mid to late 30s, early 40s now, and we've decided that we want to do this for the rest of our lives, and we don't want to burn ourselves out in the interim. So we are slowing down a little bit. I'm going to top out at about 125 shows this year, which by some of my previous year standards is not all that many, but that's fine. I'm over the kind of the arms race bravado of wanting to be the hardest touring guy in the lot.
Yeah.
So we are going to tour hard in the future, but perhaps just not quite as manically as we used to.
No. Well, I think you still tour more than most other people, so that's fine with us.
Okay, well, thank you for the silver thrill.
Well, that's what you were waiting for, wasn't it? I know.
It was. Everything was on hold until it...
So obviously the main reason we're talking today is because Songbook is coming out in a few weeks. We've got the current single, There She Is. So it's, again, this is very Frank Turner. It's a best-of album, but you've re-recorded the songs.
With some of them, yes.
Yeah.
Not quite all. I mean, the thing is, so the genesis of this record, was at Lost Evenings Festival last year. This year. I was headlining all 4 nights at the Roundhouse, and I was playing. I was trying not to repeat songs where possible across the different nights.
Yeah.
And the result of that meant that I played, I think I'm right in saying, about 85 different songs by myself. And I don't listen to my own records when I'm sitting around the house. And it was the first time in quite a while that I'd sort of seriously considered my catalogue, if you like. And that's combined with the fact that the new, as yet unfinished and untitled 7th album that I'm working on, which will be out next year, is something of a radical stylistic departure. It seemed like a moment in time to kind of just sort of take stock and kind of sum up where I've been and where I was possibly looking to head in the future.
Yeah.
So that was the kind of idea for it. But the reworking thing is my favourite part of it. I've always been a fan of that kind of rearranging and reimagining your own songs. Songs are living entities. You can do whatever you want with them. They don't have to stay how they were on the record forever.
So how different are some of the songs? Because you've re-recorded them. One of the Songbook versions is Polaroid Picture, which is one of my favourite songs by you. So how different is it?
That one in particular is radically different.
Really?
And I'm excited for you to hear it, because I'm not just saying that might be my favourite thing on the whole of Songbook, actually, is the new version of Polaroid Picture. In a way, like, songs are kind of blueprints, and you can go down them in different ways. And famously, Joe Cocker's version of Little Help With My Friends is much better than the Beatles version, in my opinion. There's lots of classic examples of great covers, finding something in the song, and I can cover my own songs. I can do that, and I really feel like the new version of Polaroid Picture really finds something in the soul of that song that I missed the first time around, which is exciting to me.
I mean, it's really exciting to hear you say that as well, because I wasn't sure what to expect from these songs, and then you were like, oh no, it's this, and I'm pumped to hear it.
Excellent, good. I'm glad to hear that.
We've got the current single, like I said, There She Is, which apparently is a sort of glimpse into the future of what we may expect from album 7.
Yeah, I mean, musically and stylistically, it's sort of pointing the way forward to where some things are headed for the next album. Although the album, we've finished recording it, but I haven't finished mixing it yet. So it's a little early for me to actually talk in any sort of final terms about that.
Well, again, this is really bizarre, because I'm really excited for that as well. So we've got like 2 albums to be excited about.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm keeping busy. You know what I mean? Keeping you on your toes.
Yeah. So you may have stopped, calmed down the touring a little bit, but then you ramp up the recording. So it's great. And I also love the fact that you've been Instagramming the hell out of the recording process, and some of the clips sound amazing and have been a lot of fun to watch. Well, I'm glad that you've enjoyed them. I have to admit, and I'll admit this now in a public forum, there was a degree to which, I mean, the new record is perhaps not quite as techno as some of those Instagram sets might make it out to be. I was slightly just trying to troll people a little bit by making it sound like we were making a Prodigy album. We're not quite making a Prodigy record, but there's some influence on there of more electronic music. So the big question is, obviously, we've got Songbook, then we got album number 7, which is a great title, by the way. It's a great one.
I think we might revisit that before the actual release date.
Maybe. So obviously, you've alluded to it as well, about touring. I'm assuming in the new year, we'll get some tour dates in the UK.
Yes. Definitely. We partly, we are treating the time between now and the album release, which is going to be in spring or so, as something of a break, of a moment for everybody to kind of catch up with their loved ones and their cats. But we're also, we are sort of taking a step backwards in order to kind of launch forwards. We're going to be doing a massive world tour to go with the album release, and we'll be dropping that as and when we can. And
I'm assuming Southampton, Portsmouth, we'll definitely get a show round here.
Oh, definitely. Here. I mean, there is no way that I could neglect my home part of the world. Although, as I'm sure you know, I have been one of those terrible sellout people who's now moved to London.
Yeah.
But I will always have a Hampshire heart.
Well, I think that's a perfect way to end, because we love you in Southampton. We really look forward to seeing you again, and hopefully we'll have another chat at some point.
Yeah, definitely. I always enjoy our chats, and definitely.
And the final question, did you ever finish the puzzle of your own face?
No, I didn't. It's still in its box, but I'll tell you what I do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you gave me that badge, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that has pride of place in my mental piece.
That's awesome.
In my living room with a fireplace. That is the central thing, and I tell people about that badge to the world. In fact, I told Jason Isbell about that badge just the other day.
That's awesome.
So it's definitely become a part of my decor of my life.
Yeah. Well, like I said, really looking forward to seeing you again.
Yeah.
Looking forward to both the albums and Polaroid Picture, the reversion. I'm so excited.
Excellent. Well, I hope you enjoy it, man.
Awesome. We'll see you soon.
All right, take it easy.
Cheers. Thank you.